Canada, oh Canada. I have no idea what your national anthem is. I'm American, but we're gonna be celebrating Canada Day, not to be confused with Canada Dry, because Canada Day, I believe, is July 1st, which is their version of our July 4th. If I'm not mistaken, I'm sure there's more nuance to it, but that would mean I do research and we know I don't. So today's video is sponsored by Fragrancebuy, and your boy got a nice fragrance haul with some variety in here. I know I've been doing a lot of fragrances of some higher price points because I've been becoming a little bit of a niche snob lately, but I have to bring it back. I gotta dial it back, and I got some clones and I got some suspect fragrances that I'm really trying to give a chance to see if they're any good, including a clone that I'm very interested in. So since this video is sponsored by Fragrancebuy, there are some coupons and discounts coming up ranging from June 30th, 6 p.m. to July 2nd, 11:59 p.m. So let's roll my motherfucking music, because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fragrances we're gonna be doing first impressions of, and hopefully we find a fire gem.
I'm kind of a big
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. I will be putting all the descriptions of the Fragrancebuy.Ca deals in the description below. There's gonna be like coupons, such as buy one and get the other for like 25% off. Word. Free shipping and stackable codes depending on your tier level on Fragrancebuy, because the more you buy, you get these loyalty points. So they have levels like the Eau Addicts, which qualify for free shipping of your orders of over $99 with a particular code listed in the description. And the Eau Collectors get that free shipping with any purchase of over $149. They're also gonna be doing some freebie giveaways, and there's also a little link in the discount with some heavily discounted pieces in this particular section, so I suggest you go check it out because we all need a discount. But in celebrating Canada's 156th birthday, let's start smelling some fragrances, shall we? So these are the fragrances that I ordered from Fragrancebuy. The hell? Is there a nipple tassel in here? So one is by the house of Amir, and this one is called Fire Your Desire, the Shade of Dark series. This just sounds like a cheesy romance novel or some Latin soap star novella type shit. Next one, also by Amir, which is one I'm interested in, Amir Celestial, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is a clone of Ganymede, how I like to call it. Interesting. I know nothing about this house, but this is Francesca Bianchi and Byzantine Amber. I'm an Amber fan, so this definitely caught my attention. And we have a flanker of one of the most interesting bottles in the game. This is Rochas Intense Man, or Rochas Man Intense. You know that butt plug looking bottle? Looking forward to this one. And finally, can't believe I bought it, but it was a fragrance that I kind of put to the side for a while. I got the Eau de Toilette concentration, so now I got Narcisco Rodriguez Blue Noir Parfum. Let's see how this musky motherfucker does. Let's crack this one open first. So here's the Eau de Toilette concentration, but let's see if this joint has any more power, maybe better nuance, maybe a better scent profile, maybe better performance. I don't know. I would anticipate it would have better performance, but we shall see. Well, clearly the presentation is not different, not drastically different. So here's what the parfum concentration looks like as opposed to the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Toilette has like this blue coating inside, like a nail polish bottle, and this one is just completely clear. I don't know anything about the fragrance other than I'm sure it's probably the same scent profile with better performance, but we'll see. Let's go smell this puppy and see what it be about. I know it's gonna be a musky bomb, but I really started to appreciate that Blue Noir EDT. So let's see if the parfum version has some extra sack behind it. Surprisingly, the parfum version feels a lot more tame, a lot more wearable, at least off the test strip. Like, there's definitely a toned down version of the sharpness here that I'm kind of liking. Wow, that's very interesting. This is throwing me off as it's really light off this test strip. I'm gonna have to go right on skin because the Eau de Toilette felt a lot more muskier, a lot sharper. Maybe there's more differences than just the concentration. This is a lot more my vibe. Wow, am I getting pimpies? The fuck? Citric, the musk is there, but it's a little bit more toned down. It feels so much more balanced. What the? We got goose pimples? What the fuck is going on here? I have to do a side-by-side comparison on these notes because let me spray the, I have a lot of fragrance to spray, but I just gotta, look at the like wild pimples here, dude. Holy shit, what's going on here? They're very different. To my nose, at least these two, it is the same one. Blue Noir, Narcisco for him, Parfum Eau de Toilette. The Parfum version feels a lot better to my nose. It has a sexy vibe. It's definitely darker, sexy, a little bit less muskier, light citrus. There's a nice little inkiness about about both of the fragrances, but that Parfum one is just a little bit more tame. The Eau de Toilette feels more powerful, more scratchy, but that Parfum version has something that, let me look up a note real quick. I'm bugging. So according to Fragrantica, the Parfum version has cardamom, cypress, bergamot, mandarin orange, iris musk, suede, tonka bean, sandalwood, vetiver, leather, atlas, cedar. And let's look up the EDT version because I'm just confused. Like, I really like this one much more, not much more, but more. Cardamom, nutmeg, musk, vetiver, cedarwood, ebony wood, amber. All right, now I'm smelling them both that they dried down. The EDT version definitely has more of that nutmeggy, cuminish BO kind of vibe, but it isn't off-putting at all. I do like it, but the Parfum is way more my speed. Wow, I really like how this joint vibes off my skin. So for me, the Parfum version is just a little bit notch, and it's different enough that it doesn't feel like a repetitive buy in my personal opinion. But let's move on to the next one. Damn, that was pretty good. All right, let's move on to the Rochas, man, the butt plug bottle of the game. Now, this is a flanker of the original joint, which is a poppin' fragrance. Super sexy, date night appropriate, just an unusual looking presentation for some. Disturbing bottles is the name of the game for me. I love a funky ass presentation. I want to see how intense this joint really is. So let's take the butt plug out. There we go. Nice and fucking just slam it in there, huh? Nice shit. Looks almost exactly the same though. Maybe the juice is a little bit more pink. This is a disturbing looking bottle. It's like a combination of a butt plug mixed with a fictional character from the movie Coneheads. And also like, it's a little slippery. I'm not being facetious. I'm really hard getting this off. Let's see what Rocha, man, butt plug intense smells like. It's actually very nice. Very nice. I've been getting a lot of fragrances lately that have this subliminal nail polish kind of smell, or nail polish or nail salon kind of smell, like this acetone nail polish kind of scent profile. Maybe I'm starting to like this shit, or maybe I need a subliminal manicure and it's not subliminal, it's actual fact. This has a definite sexy vibe here, but I don't know if it's better than the original one. The original one popped instantly and I was like, yeah, this shit is a fucking super vibe. This one is sexy, but not as syrupy or as sweet as the first one. So this one's another extreme or intense version that feels a little bit more subdued than the original. It's still very nice though. Damn, man, I'm gonna have like 17 fragrances on today, but fuck it, I really have to see what it does on skin, because then I'm just not getting that true first reaction. Wow, I've made noise and everything. I'm still getting that synthetic-y nail salon kind of smell. There's woodiness, there's slight sweetness, but there's a lot of synthetic-y nuance in this opening that I have to let chill a little bit more because it's not that great off my skin. Let's give it a minute. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Okay, much better. Now we're getting a sweet, slightly coffee-ish, still have a little bit of nail polish remover kind of smell. There's a little bit of a green cypriol oil kind of sensation. There's some herbaceousness there, but not as good as the original one. Keeping it all the way 1,000. This is very nice, interesting bottle looking, but as far as it compared to the original one, I don't get more of an intense version. I get a little bit of a subdued version, to be honest with you. And the original is still a little bit better. See, at least with the other joints, with the Narciso Rodriguez, they're both completely different, and I like the Parfum version a little bit more because it's my taste, but I can see the sex appeal of the EDT. In this one, it's very nice. It has a sexy factor. It doesn't smell fantastic off my skin, but it does get progressively better when it gets to mid and dry down, but the original is still better for me, so the intense, for me, it's okay. Next one. All right, this is the one I've been looking for, the Ganymede clone by Amir, whatever house it is. I think I've smelled Amir shit. I think they're part of that corner brand or whatever, one of those subsidiaries, like Mason Alhambra and Latafa, which I hear that Mason Alhambra is going away or something like that. I don't know if that's, well, that's a very interesting presentation. Look at that shit. That is funky as hell. It's got this Tiffany blue with this little fucking eagle or bird on top. That's definitely an attractive looking bottle, and people who won't know about fragrance or just see this on your mantle as visitors that aren't in this fragrance space never think that this is like a sub $100 bottle. So that's pretty dope. So this is supposed to be a clone of Ganymede, or Gynamede as I like to call it, and it's listed as an extrait de parfum. So I'm hoping that this shit's got some balls and power here, because I'm all about another Gynamede, as I like to call it, or Ganymede clone. Okay. I need a minute. Another one that's gonna have to go on skin. It's there, but it's not there. It's trying to be there. And I get essences of Ganymede. I like it. I do like it. It's in the space of it. Damn, another one I'm gonna have to fuck this. I'm gonna smell like a Sephora or Macy's sales representative in fragrance. This is insane. Let me let this shit dry down because I know it's gonna be a synthetic bomb if I put my nose to it right now. All right, here we go. It's not a one-to-one clone, which is fine. There are elements of it. I don't know. For me, if I'm gonna go that route, honestly, I would go more the Bois Imperial. More, obviously it's made by the same perfumer, but I would go more the Bois Imperial than this one. This one feels like it has a little bit of a fabric softener sheet essence to it, mixed with a Ganymede. It feels more hybridish, which is perfectly fine. If it in fact is a Ganymede or Ganymede clone and not trying to be its own thing or already be a hybrid. I don't know, there's an addictive quality about this fragrance that keeps luring me back in. There's a lot of interesting nuances about it that the more that it dries down, it starts to become something a little bit different, which I am appreciating. So let's get this right off a rip. It's not a one-to-one clone of Ganymede at all. It has essences and it has a lot of the same nuances kind of mixed up, but it also has this fabric softener sheet freshness. But there's an element here, and I'm gonna look up the notes. There's something here that keeps alluring me in, which I kind of like. It's kind of like I was checking it off as like, yeah, it's gonna be kind of bullshit. But now it's kind of like, I'm kind of digging this shit. Let me try to find notes. Mineral notes: saffron, suede, violet leaf, akigala wood, immortale, Italian mandarin, Chinese ostmanthus. I'm gonna backpedal a little bit because it starts to get better off of my skin. I'm still with the same energy that it's not a one-to-one, or even it's in that maybe 62 to 63% space, but it has a little bit of its own characteristic that does make it masculine, sexy, mature, but still mature as far as the 25 plus factor. Not like Ganymede, I feel like it's straight up 35 plus. You're an established businessman. I mean, again, it's the George Clooney, it's the Richard Gere, it's the James Bond. This is kind of like James Bond precursor in 007 training school type shit. There is an element here that is very interesting, and I think this is a fragrance that's gonna require like a full day wear to see what kind of vibe I'm getting off of it. So I was gonna completely shit on it, but it starts to get more interesting, and when you have that alluring component about it that brings me in, there's something there that I'm appreciating. So I'm not gonna completely disregard this shit because it is pretty fucking interesting. All right, this is an interesting one that you don't gotta spend a lot of bread on. So next one. Let's jump into Byzantine Amber. Francesca Bianchi. I have seen a lot of this house around social media. Ooh, that color. Look at the color on that. Wow. Love that. It just has this rich, dark sexiness about it just in presentation alone. I'm getting hype hoping that this is any good. The fact that I've seen it on social media, like on our Instagram feeds and stuff, I could be one of two things. Either the house is doing massive promos and sending content creators bottles, or people are actually feeling this shit. I think it's maybe a more combination of people actually feeling this shit who are actually willing to try it. Let me look up some notes on this joint and get ready to sniff it because my nose is just full of fragrance. All right, so I want to read the notes before I pull it up. I just pulled them up on the Lyre. Cinnamon, bergamot, geranium, leather, labdanum, benzoin, styrax, ambergris, and incense. That's sounding fucking sexy. I hope it doesn't disappoint me. I'm a real fan of amber, so let's see what this should be about. Okay, so be careful on white shirts. There is a little bit of a color that comes off. According to the there's a lot of incense here and benzoin. Holy fuck. Ooh, wow. Ooh, wow. Wow, this is gorgeous. Super bold, very masculine. Oh, shit. Ooh, oof. The incense came out really heavy. The benzoins came out slapping. Now the leather is coming up. And I mean just a fucking yard roll of leather. About to make like some custom stitching at home if you're gonna make your own wallet or purse or bag or satchel. Holy fuck. There's a little bit of a light floral there helping kind of offset those dark, rich components. I feel like the base notes are all the way at the top. This is beautiful. Wow. Deep, very rich, very regal, very statuesque, very, oh shit, I'm a man's man. Like the chest poked out a little bit. I think I sprouted like 3 chest hairs. Oof. Yeah. This gotta go on skin, fam. I mean, I just don't have any fucking space anymore. I got like 1 arm left. That is worth spraying on my skin though. Holy fuck. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. Shit. There's like a weird citrus peel in here also that adds a slight element of freshness. There's a weird little flan, sugar-coated burnt sugar essence. Very minimal. The leather is insane. The incense is fire. You do get the benzo. Ooh, man. Yeah, I don't know how the next fragrance fragrance is gonna be, this is definitely the banger in this haul. Wow. It does feel oh man. There's a little bit of a cinnamon ginger punch here. I do get a nice little mild red floral. There is body in this shit. Like the color of the liquid that they selected absolutely goes with this scent profile. That is a ball sprayer and a half. Very fucking good. Warm, sexy, fall, winter. It's got a nice beast bubble around it. That shit is wow. Uncle Cuba's gonna have to visit this house more. Great fragrance. That is a house that caught my interest. I had good vibe. Like my intuition was telling me that shit was gonna be a banger. This is a fucking great fragrance. Very, very good fragrance. Oh man, I can't stop smelling it. All right, I gotta get to the last fragrance, but I can't stop smelling. That is, I'll rank them towards that's fucking good. If you're an amber lover, that slaps. All right, let's go to the next one. And finally, we're going to Fire Your Desire, which let's look up what it's gonna be a clone of, because I'm sure this is gonna be some sort of clone. So apparently it's a Kilian's Angel Share adjacent. So we'll see. Everybody's dropping it. I mean, you gotta understand the popularity of a fragrance when a house drops an original and everybody starts making a clone of it. I don't know what the surge is, and I mentioned this in a previous video before. I don't know what the recent hype has been with Kilian's Angel Share. It is an amazing scent, don't get me wrong, but everybody in the clone space has jumped on this wagon to try to replicate the shit, because man, it's just been wild. Cool presentation. That's what the little sound was inside of it. This is a heavy ass bottle, so it's good glass on this piece here. Just to get a test strip here. Let's see if we get some Angel Share vibe off of this joint. Yeah, Paris Corner. Yeah, it says it on the cap there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Paris Corner. So it's similar to that, you know, Latafa, Mason, Alhambra, and whoever else is gonna be taking over the space. But let's see how Fire Your Desire is. Oh, it's very nice. It's a little scratchy, a little synthetic on the opening, but you do get the sweetness. You get this boozy essence, a little bit of a cognac kind of vibe. Vanillic, slight ambery, sweet, caramel butterscotchish, a little light in the ass, as Ja likes to put it. Still very sweet. You get the comparison to Kilian's Angel Share, but it doesn't have the full-blown body of it, but it isn't bad. I actually like this joint. This is definitely have a sexy factor here. Yeah, sweet, vanillic, warm, butterscotch, syrupy, caramel, booze, like on the cognac end. I like it. It does smell good. It's a little light. It's a little faint off the test strip. I mean, I might as well just spray it on my arm since I've sprayed everything else, and you know, I'm rocking 68 fragrances today, so why the fuck not, right? Let's let this fucker dry down, because I know it's just gonna be a scratch mess. Not a great sillage. Vanillic, also slight citric. The booziness here is not too crazy off the skin right now. Orangey, vanillic, light booze. Still got that butterscotchish sweetness. There's a sexy factor here. For the price, I'd fuck with it. It's not crazy. I don't think it's the best Kilian's Angel Share that's out there, to be honest with you. So it's up there as far as like a decent cheapy alternative, like a really tight ombre. This is definitely an option you can go for. It does have the sex appeal factor. Allegedly, it's an eau de parfum concentration. I mean, maybe, but it's not coming off my skin. My skin is definitely soaking that shit up, which is not unusual for my skin, but it's okay. It kind of, the two Amir joints kind of live in the same space of good. This one seems a little bit more interesting and I want to get more wear out of this. This one kind of is just, okay, not amazing, it's okay. The Rochas one is slightly above these two fragrances, as it is a very good scent profile, but it's not better than the original, and my jaded mentality is sticking to like, I don't need this one. If I have the original, I would prefer the original version, which is available on FragranceBuy as well. So I would say the intense version doesn't have much intensity, at least off of my skin, so I would go for the original version. The Blue Noir Parfum concentration was a very nice surprise. It's surprising that it's that different off of my skin or to my nose from the EDT concentration, as this doesn't feel like redundancy off of my skin at all. But personally, I would lean towards the Parfum, my taste, but the EDT gets a shitload of love. I believe that there's also another concentration of these two. I don't particularly know it, as I have limited experience with the House of Narciso Rodriguez, but this Parfum one is a definite, elegant, musky scent profile that's a little less scratchier than the EDT and makes it a little bit more interesting for my personal taste. But the fucking star, this motherfucker right here, bro, this shit all the way live, man. If I'm gonna say number one, number two, for sure. The other ones are just coasting there, but Those shits were bangers. Shout out to Fragrancebuy.Ca for sponsoring today's video. Shout out to my Canadians on your freedom and your 156th birthday. So remember, go to the description. There's discounts, there's promos, there's rewards, there's extra discounted features in a particular area listed below. You're gonna rack up some points, you're gonna save some dough. There's free shipping options for those that qualify. You're getting a lot of shit, and that's one of the cool shit about Fragrance Buy. Whenever these events come along, they throw a bunch of shit in the ringer for you guys to save some money, earn some points, and get some amazing fragrances. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. I'll see y'all snitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Holy shit, that amber is just smooches.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, Motorola start tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.